Have you started introducing anything weird into your masturbations yet?
Such as?
Like, you're just not pleased unless everyone's out and you have a clean washing up glove, you know?
No, I can't, because I'm living at home. I can't wait till the house is empty. I'd explode.
I know, that's the point of the washing up glove, like the one where you're like, oh my god, I can have a sweet one, you know?
Why would you need a washing up glove?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Have you reached any stages of perversion yet that...
No, it's not like,
worrying?
right, I need to jam my thumb up my ass when I come, just to, heighten the sensation.
Would you consider that worrying if you needed to?
What adds extra finesse to your wank?
Well, no, I don't even think... No, I think it perfectly normal to, every now and again you got to mix shit up.
Yeah?
Of course.
I don't...
You just want to eat fish fingers every day? No.
Do you get fishy fingers after you've had a wank?
Sometimes.
Got a problem. I'm an apologetic, middle-aged, fucked up, 21st century man. I'm an unapologetic, middle-aged, fucked up, 21st century man. My body is creaking, but my mind is so alive. I'm a hanged man. I've got my head in my hands, man. I know too much, and I feel everything, and it disgusts me.
You're listening to the Liam Scott Ryan Show, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be listening to this.
No.
Okay, so yeah, Kanye West, he played one of the... I think it was Saturday night, he was main stage, pyramid stage.
It's like Glastonbury now has to make a point by putting someone so unfucking Glastonbury on each fucking year. So I remember Jay-Z used to done it.
Beyonce.
Yeah, and it's like, right. I'm assuming it's because it brings
Metallica
in.
did it a couple of years ago.
Isn't them trying to bring in more people, I guess, or a more diverse crowd? But I don't know if anyone would go to Glastonbury just to see Kanye West.
I don't know, probably not just to see him. But what world is that where Glastonbury's just to go see one person?
I guess yeah.
It's a huge, he's one part of it. And apparently not that many, it weren't jam-packed. Like,
No, apparently it was half empty. Like,
yeah.
everyone probably went off to another stage. I know I would have.
I would. I just don't enjoy his music.
To be honest, he's one of those artists
I don't even know that much about him.
Yeah, he's one of those artists where...
Shock horror. He would hate us.
Where I don't really know any of these songs. Like Beyonce, I can tell you and all this sort of crap, and put if you want my ring,
put rings on certain appendages.
Yeah, if you want my ring, stick a finger in it or something like that.
Really progressive.
But with him, I don't know. None of I don't keep abreast of modern charts, but I know a couple of, I know Miley Cyrus, and I know Lady Gaga. If a Lady Gaga song came on, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's Lady Gaga. Like Kanye, I was like, has he got any big hits?
It's just, if any Kanye fans were listening to you, he's so huge they'd be infuriated.
Yeah.
They're like, what? Why don't you even know who he is? It doesn't matter. All you need to know is he's a superstar, and he calls himself Jesus. So
he's renowned for being one of the most arrogant fucking musicians in the scene. Right.
I don't even know in what context. He might be being ironic, but I don't think he is.
No, I think he is that
Which
big.
might be worth investigating just for the sheer, casework aspect of it. But I don't know. Fuck him.
He did a cover of
It's
Bohemian
rubbish.
Rhapsody. That was apparently one of the highlights.
Well, he was in England, didn't it?
Oh yeah. But well,
Andy got fish and chips that night. He completed 2 of his fucking goals. I've been in England. I never had fish and chips or some Bohemian Rhapsody at a festival.
Well,
I'm gonna change that shit.
Have you ever seen the South Park where there's a joke about him liking fish sticks?
Yeah, fish sticks. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I don't like fish sticks.
Oh, Kanye, come on. We all know you love fish sticks.
But he managed to get upstaged by one of our greatest comedians, old Lee Nelson, who I haven't got a clue who he is either. That really, apparently he's had a couple of he's had a TV show that ran for two seasons.
It was called Lee Nelson's Well Good Show.
Right. Well, it must be good if you're calling it Well Good.
Nah.
No? Nah. You ever see any of it?
Yeah, I watched a couple of episodes because I was just dumbfounded. I was like, really, can someone rip Ali G off to this degree and be so terrible at it? For 2 seasons, yes. And he's not given up on that character, even though BBC and license fee payers money have. He's just not given up. He did it at a Man City match a few months ago. He just keeps jumping into
I gotta say,
the limelight, and I think that he thinks it's going to keep his career going or something like that.
So I'm assuming he was on BBC then?
Yeah, BBC 3.
Because
and he apparently used to be a doctor.
Yeah? What, like Dr. Fox?
No, like
an actual doctor.
An doctor.
Oh, right.
Like an actual went to school to do it, did it for a bit and was like, yeah, this shit just ain't for me. I want to be a comedian. So he's from an upper class.
Is most of his comedy him pretending to be Rude Boy?
Yeah.
Ah, right. So a bit Ali G.
Yeah. I think he gets his kicks. I think it makes his dick hard a little bit.
Right.
It's weird.
Yeah, because the BBC, the amount of crap that's coming out on television at the moment, especially from the BBC side. The fact that Top Gear is their biggest ever show, like a car show with 3 people that I can't fucking relate to in any single way. Like, I want to drive a Ferrari, I want to drive a BMW.
I hope I look like that when I'm a 50-year-old teacher.
Maybe it's because both of us don't have a driving license, so cars aren't exactly fucking top of our list of priorities. But
no, I have a certain knowledge and a certain appreciation, but yeah, Top Gear is just, I don't know. It was like lowest common denominator shit,
What do you mean by that, common denominator?
Like just low. It just washed over me a little bit, like in the same vein that things like X Factor do and Dancing with the Stars. I have no interest in watching any of it. I think I might have to watch Made in Chelsea because I think it might give me material.
Oh yeah, have you never seen any of it?
I've seen adverts and that's been enough. That's like offended me.
Occasionally I've flicked over to it and yeah, it's quite excruciating to watch. It's everything about.
Oh my God, Stefan! I can't believe you said that about Sandra.
Yeah. That's it for half an hour.
I didn't know Sandra was going to hear about it, did I, Melanie? Well, no, but that's not the point. You shouldn't be saying those things anyway, Brent.
Yeah, and the idea that they're having a private conversation in front of a camera crew, like the person, like the news isn't going to get back to one of the other people in the show.
Yeah.
But it's kind of Top Gear does it as well. It's like false reality TV. It's it's the next step away from reality TV. It's reality TV that isn't actually reality. It's all scripted and staged. And Top Gear was like that. Back in the day, it seemed that they take the cars, they drive them places. But by the end, there was a bit where they got chased out of the Falklands, and I heard that about 80% of it was all staged and fixed. They got people. Apparently, for that one where they got chased out of the Falklands, all the people that were chasing them out, they weren't from the Falklands. They were some people that they'd hired to, run after them. And they're, oh, look at us, like we're balmy, like we're English. Oh, getting.
It'll be a script. Like, what's the funniest thing you can do if you go over to the Falklands? Pretend like they don't like our cars.
Well, it was because they had a license plate that had the number of when the war was. Yeah. Like any normal person's gonna be watching Jeremy Clarkson drive around and be right, oh, look at his number plate, okay, yes, the whole country's gonna get in contact with one another.
Towers,
yeah,
a bit of just
don't mention the war.
Come on now, Yeah, all a bit of 40 Towers though. It's like, no, you won't. You worn out your welcome, Clarkson. You punch one too many fucking executives.
Well, I think
You can't have a steak. You curly-haired geriatric fuck.
Yeah, and you're not that funny, to be honest. Like, you know, just saying controversial stuff. You know, immigrants.
Slope.
Yeah, with their squinty eyes and.
You be so lucky. I bet your eyes aren't that far away from the slopes on the internet. Now you're fucking sitting in your little grief hole in your flat. Now you've divorced your wife and your kids. And
he was interviewed and he was like, "Oh,
stroke your cars and your cock, you fucking."
he was saying, "Oh, you know, it doesn't matter because there's plenty of other channels that will give me a car show." And it's like, yeah, you know what? It will flop. It'll be disaster because truth is, no one knows why the fuck they were tuning in every week anyway.
Yeah. I hear Tim Lovejoy wants to do a fly fishing show with you, you cunt. So why don't you get on the blower to him and you can just my man, TV show. Yeah, why don't you do that?
Well, he does a column in the Sun newspaper, don't he, or something like that. I think that says it all.
Yeah.
Appealing to Sun readers, you know, the mass majority of the population.
The common man.
Yes.
The stupid man. The arse scratcher.
I think it's below the common man, isn't it?
I haven't bought the Sun in ages. I don't buy any papers.
No, there's no point anymore.
Modern man.
You can get the internet to do your news searching for you.
My device can reach all corners of the internet. Within the dark net. No, actually, no, I didn't say. Edit that out.
What, the dark net?
What? I didn't hear a thing.
Yeah, I tried once. I thought about trying to access the darknet. I wanted to kind of see how to do it.
Go on the old Silk Road.
Oh, you know, apparently you can, you know,
find out where the ecstasy rings are.
Buy some slave or something like that, you know.
Some slave?
Yeah. You can buy, you know, isn't there meant to be like...
Is that a drug?
People trafficking is done on it.
A slave?
A slave, yeah. No, a specific one.
Newfangled type of drug? Slave. I want some slave.
Aren't we all drugs? Slaves to drugs.
You got to throw it in the air and put your head in it. Slave.
But I wanted to, because last week we were talking about Charleston, so obviously we've got another one this week to talk about. The old...
Tunis.
Yeah, and I wasn't... do you remember I was there on holiday 2 years ago during the summer? And
same place?
Well, I don't know. It's all... When I was there, it's all just one big hotel resort around the coast, and in the middle it's a shithole. Like, it's, you know, horrible. Like, you know, everyone's poor, and I didn't go into town apart from when the coach drove me from the airport to the holiday resort. It's one of those places, you know, because it's near all these extremist countries. You know, even I'm sure it's still safe.
It's a tad hot,
but yeah. So some guy grabbed a machine gun and went and started popping people on the beach, right?
Maybe even 2 guys now.
Oh really? He had an accomplice.
Like 35 people.
But he does it, and
people, I think.
He's linked to ISIS, and you know, he's a terrorist. Whereas, you know, like we were talking about last week, that guy wasn't a terrorist. You know, he was just a bit mentally disturbed. Because the way they want to say it is that he definitely had someone else with him. Because if he has someone else with him, it's terrorism. If he was just a lone gunman that managed to get a weapon and got there himself, but that wouldn't be terrorism. That would just be, you know, someone that was suffering from mild depression again. So yeah, it's definitely got to somehow link this to a terrorist act and ISIS, because he followed ISIS, whereas this other guy followed people that hate black people, but that's not terrorism. That's a different type of hatred. Like, you know, that's hatred towards blacks, whereas this guy hated the West. It's completely unrelated. You know, there's no correlation at all between the two incidences.
Yeah,
definitely terrorism. And now everyone's like, oh, is it safe to go on holiday and go and lie on beaches anymore? No, because you'll get cancer. Yeah, I don't know. look, the chances are you're going to be fine. You're going to get your tan. You're not going to get shot. But there's always a chance.
Yeah.
There's always a chance you might get shot, but there's always a chance you might get bum raped as well. Like, have one too many beers and walk down the wrong alleyway on the way home.
Or waiting for the tube and some fat American bastard just knocks you onto the live rail.
Yeah.
I fucking got knocked today and it was like, oh my Jesus Lord. Like, all the old Catholicism came out of me in my head because I was I almost teetered on the edge. Because some ignorant cunt just walked past and just put his shoulder into my side, and I almost spun around and went backwards and had to
wait, where is he?
Recenter myself. He turned around and was like, I'm so sorry, and he was like, it's a good thing you said that.
We would have had trouble otherwise.
I was so glad not to be on the track that I was like, oh my god. I'm going to take a wide berth from now on. I don't need that flutter. And I had that fear flutter, like, Jesus Christ.
I gotta say, talking about annoying people, Italians. Yeah, I'm assuming we don't have any Italian listeners, but because I've started working again in Camden, but I'm more in the centre now, so it's more touristy. Yeah, I'm right by the canal, and my God, man, like I can tell when they start ordering. Obviously, they got the accent anyway, so you can kind of tell, but you can't. It's not too easy to specify an accent straight away. But just the way Italian people speak and they order, they look at you like they're fucking mad at you, and like it's not even saying please or thank you, because I don't believe that everyone has to say please and thank you every time they fucking do anything. You just have to ask your order and say it nicely. Hiya, could I get a beer, please? Not, I want beer! Excuse me? Want beer? Like, alright, the classic example was this big Italian guy. He's at the bar. Lots of people waiting. He comes straight to the bar, and I'm serving someone. I'm talking to them, pointing drinks, and he just goes, yeah, 2 beers. And I stopped pouring my pint, and I put the pint down, and I was like, what are you doing? Excuse me? I was like, what are you doing? It's not your turn, man. Like, it's not your turn. You're gonna wait till last. You're gonna wait till last now. He's like, what? I was like, you're gonna wait till last. Oh. And I served everyone else, and he was the last person at the bar. Like, got everyone away, and then I served him his beers. And hopefully he learned a fucking lesson, because it winds me up no end. Like, and for some reason on that day there was like another 4 people that wound me up. They were all fucking Italians. They're so rude. Like, it's like they just bark orders. Bark, ba 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 ba. Maybe it's something about the way they, Italian people talk. Maybe in Italy it's normal to go to McDonald's and everyone's just screaming at the guy. 2 cheeseburgers, the fries, and that's how they do it. But if you come to someone should know, if you go to a bar and everyone else is standing there silently and patiently waiting their turn, that the best, the thing to do is not to come to the bar and be a complete cunt. Like, oh wow, it winds me up, man. So yeah, fuck Italians. Like, they go on the top of my list of the most annoying people to serve. And I always thought it was Americans, but then I changed my mind because they tip. Anyway,
coming up next we have the head of the clan telling us his famous Alabama brownie recipe. And Robert Kilroy.
I don't know. Like,
so we'll phone in and talk about gypsies.
Okay, but
stay tuned.
That's funny you raised that then. So what? By hating Italian people, does that make me racist?
You just hate.
They're only really tanned.
You hate Italian people right now.
Oh yeah,
but it's not really all Italian people.
No, of course not. No, there's plenty of nice ones.
Some will be like, excuse me, hello. Oh,
I don't know. Maybe
there are cunts in every society.
Yeah, but
you just had a big old stream of them, because I think you're in the middle of the flow,
Yeah,
where you are right now.
I still stand by my decision. I remember one time I was living in house share, and there was one Italian guy. Have I told you this? There was an Italian guy, and he was sharing a room it was like a big double room, but there was two people living in the same room. So it was a French guy and an Italian guy, and I lived in a single room next door. And I got to I got to know both of them. The Italian guy, he was funny, but he was very loud. Like, he was always really loud and stuff. The French guy was quite quiet. And one day, I'm talking to the French guy, and he goes off into his room, goes to bed, and I'm in my room smoking a joint out the window, and I hear the Italian guy, and he's come back with his girlfriend, and he goes into the same room. You know, they got two beds right next to each other. You know, obviously there's a gap separating them, but they're two beds right next to each other. Yeah. And then 5 minutes later, I can hear them, this Italian guy, having really loud sex, and I know there's no way the French guy is falling asleep in 5 minutes, and like really like, oh see, and then the girls are going, oh no, and he's going, oh see, and you're thinking, oh my god, what's he doing? Like, is he trying to stick it in her ass or something like that? And then it gets really loud, the whole place is shaking. And the next day, I see not the Italian guy, I see the French guy in the corridor, and I gotta say to him, like, dude, what the fuck happened? And I could see in his face, he
what is the English for PTSD? I fucking hate England.
He was like, he said to me, he was like, he was so close, I could feel the room and the heat and the sweat. Like, I could feel it, Liam, and they're so loud. So, all right, then like 2 days later, the same thing happens again. The Italian guy's out, and then the French guy, and I'm in my room again smoking a joint because I'm so predictable. And I hear them go into the room, and you can kind of, I hear it kind of, there's movement. They're on the bed starts squeaking. But then this time I hear the French guy, he stands up and he goes, I can't hear. Obviously I've got my ear next to the, I want to know. I'm so nosy.
So close, blah. No.
So then it all stops and it goes quiet again, and then I can hear shagging, but it's not coming from the bedroom this time. And I open the door to my room, and in the corridor, the Italian guy is shagging his girl over the banister, just in the middle of the corridor. And I open the door like, hi, and close the door. And then obviously the next day there were many more conversations because there was like 8 people living in this house, so everyone kind of knew what had happened.
So what do we think of John's idea of romance? Are we all against? Say aye.
I think we need to make a new rule: no shagging in the corridors.
Yeah, the common areas are shag, or at least not when everyone's still awake. Or if you're gonna do it, go into the bathroom at least. Go into the bathroom, switch on the shower. Maybe it'll hide some of the noise. But it's near where we put our coats. And he has a tendency to wipe his cock on them after he's done.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm sick of the dry cleaning bills.
Last thing I need to do is get up in the middle of the night and accidentally step into a pile of jizz, like on the way to the bathroom.
Oh, it ran down her leg, so it's creamy.
But that's kind of, I guess that's, this is like...
That's why Liam hates Italians.
Yeah, that kind of put a dampener on it. But, I'll give them a second chance. Okay?
Well, there you go. That means you're not racist. You just had your little outburst, but you don't hate them, do you? Not really.
No, not
You've just been slightly annoyed by some Italian people.
Yeah. Yeah, they just got on my goat, though.
I get it all the time. How about, after the break, we talk about how uncomfortable the Sikh fella at my work makes me feel with his uncomfortable encroachment upon my personal space.
Oh, yes, I remember this gentleman. That? Yeah, I don't know. I get worried sometimes that this could be just, all compiled as evidence and, brought out in a manifesto, like, I could be set up. Man. Like, if someone wanted to, they could, frame me for the killing, some sort of mass killing of all the people that I've said that I hated.
It'd probably be me after committing a mass killing. It was all him. Listen to the evidence. I was a pawn. He kept me tied up in a basement. These knots seem very loose. Oh, really? Oh, I'm terrible at knots.
Did you watch that? Did you watch that documentary I posted on your YouTube?
No, not yet.
The Man Who Ate His Lover.
No.
You just gotta watch it because just the
saving that for a Sunday.
just the introduction is enough because they this documentary is about a blah blah blah, and then obviously the beginning the woman's like, these two gentlemen, one cut off the other one's penis, and then they both decided to eat it together. That's the introduction to the documentary.
Was the one that cut his dick off like he was definitely like the receivee, and that that position in the relationship was established.
But they
so
weren't.
It was like,
it
why
wasn't.
don't we just cut it off and eat it?
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't really in any way sexual. He kind of came round, and yeah, they cut off his dick, and then they tried to eat it, but it was too tough. So then he fried it in a frying pan and then burnt it. And this whole time he's lying. The guy with no knob is just lying in the bathtub, slowly bleeding out. So this guy comes upstairs and he's like, "Right." And this was all filmed as well. They filmed the whole incident was caught on videotape. And yeah, you got to watch a documentary.
He just slit his throat.
Yeah, he just stabbed him through the neck. Then he died, and then he like skinned him, and then like cut him up into meat portions and filled up his freezer. And every day he'd be eating him. He ate him for like a year.
It's good, yeah.
Tasted like pork.
Pork, yeah.
And this guy volunteered himself. He was like, yeah,
Well, no, he only volunteered himself to cut his knob off.
No. It was the whole shindig. Because what actually happened was the first time he went round there to be killed and eaten, and actually the guy initially said he couldn't go through with it, so the guy left. But then he rang him up and twisted his ankle, twisted his thumb, and said, "Look, come on, let's give it another shot." Went back to the house. They cut his knob off and tried to eat that, and then from that point on, it was all pretty much, yeah, he's got to go through with it now. Can't just go to the hospital like, what happened to my dick?
That's so fucked up. It's unreal.
Yeah, exactly. That's just why when I post these documentaries, you gotta watch them.
So he wanted to be a like vicious murder victim.
Yeah,
that's insane.
There's
like,
only one other case I could find, and there's not a lot about it on the internet, but someone made a movie about it. It's called Downloading Alice, and once again, because these two guys were like computer geeks, and this story as well is from America, and it's also two people in IT. There's something about people in IT, and
staring at screens.
She goes round to his house to be murdered, and he kills her. It's completely peculiar. Like, there's not been many recorded cases of things like this happening. There was another guy, but it was a tiny bit different. It was in Japan or something, and it was one of those assisted suicide packs, because you get them sometimes. People make packs to kill themselves.
There was supposedly one recently at Ealing Broadway. A mum and a daughter jumped in front of the...
Did they actually jump?
Yeah, high-speed train. I've been on that platform.
Oh fuck, man! When those trains come through, it's enough to suck you off the platform. Yeah. It's so fast.
You hear the air pocket.
Yeah.
That it creates by hitting the sound, like the space in front of you. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Last time I was on that platform, actually, the guard blew his whistle at me to warn me because I was walking on a bit too close to the platform, and the next second the fucking train came past, and I could feel it.
That's going at like 100.
Yeah.
At least. When it comes through, because it's not stopping. It's not planned to stop.
Well, in this case, the guy, he made a pact with them that he met them online, and they came round to his house, and it was like, right, we're gonna kill ourselves in a really nice natural way, and he just ended up just jumping on them and strangling them to death, and he did it to like 5 people. Like they'd all pop round his house, and he just murdered them and be like, awesome. I watched the most disturbing documentary yesterday. This one's complete fluke. It was just on CBS Reality, and it was women on death row or something like this. And this crazy fucking woman had like, actually I don't even want to talk about it. So it's too.
You can't do that. You can't tease me and fucking pull the wafer out my mouth.
She murdered her daughter. And she'd also like raped a baby girl with a hammer, and like the guy, one of the police officers, or actually this psychiatrist, was like, it's one of the most disturbing cases I've ever heard of. Like this little girl, she was like 5 and she had like 36 injuries to her body, and it was done by a woman as well. And this horrific woman had been abused horribly herself. But it's one of those things that, usually people that abuse have been abused.
Yeah, self-perpetuating fucking horribleness.
But
that's what growing up is.
It was one of those ones. Even the one about the penis and stuff. I can chuckle about that. But when this one came on, I was like, oh my, it made me. I was shocked. I was fucking shocked. I don't get shocked very often.
I'm not a fan of penis dramas.
No. Oh no, I just find that funny. People they were trying to eat his knob, like It's like if Hannibal was crossed.
It's a good thing we got the podcast.
Well, because I'd be doing these things otherwise.
I'm bored of Export Squat.
And I'm hungry, but we haven't got anything in the fridge.
Cut your knob off. Cook it up. You're a good cook. Go on.
We'll do 1 ball each.
Garlic, salt, bit of pepper. Got any rolls?
And you've gone and burnt it, haven't you? You've gone and bloody cooked it for too long.
We still got yours. Go on. Yeah.
Second time's a charm.
I'll explain that.
I know where I went wrong. I didn't marinate it long enough.
Fucking police show up. We're both there, bled out with no balls, buttered bread, condiments. Like, what the hell happened here?
If you were gonna eat the dick as well, you'd have to do it in a hot dog bun or something. It'd be more comedic.
Yeah, I think you'd have to slice it as well, just so it cook better.
Down the middle like a sausage.
No, like score it.
You'd probably have to prick it with a fork so it didn't pop like a sausage.
Prick the prick.
Prick the prick. Right, guys. Well, while me and Scott go and test out this new recipe, we'll leave you with a musical interlude.
I got mustard.
I got mayo. You're listening to the Liam Scott Ryan Show.
Get on your knees
and take a load off my chat. So for anyone out there that didn't know, we've just had Gay Pride in Central London. Huge event.
And they got legalised across the states the other day.
Oh yeah, and gay marriage is now legal.
Big time for gays.
Yeah, but okay, it got legalized in America. So what? I don't live in America. Is it now a case of and now people are like, well, Australia haven't done it. So is it just a case of now I've got to deal with this story while every country is pressurized into legalizing it, and some countries will never legalize it, and they'll continue to complain, well, it's still not accepted across the world. There's still countries where I can't get married, which I don't live in, and there are gay people in those countries that can't get. Yeah, but you kind of got to appreciate that not every country is going to do what everyone else, what's morally acceptable. There are lots of countries that do things that we don't, some of the things.
What's your point?
Okay, all right.
You've lost me.
Okay.
China.
So I start again then.
No, it's just yes, well done, but it's not the end of gay hate.
It's not the end of gay hate, but it's not the end of. Well, it will never be the end of hate. Like there'll always, people will always hate on other people. And okay, now you can get married, like big whoop. Like, do you think that means that people aren't gonna hate on you anymore? Well, of course they're gonna still hate on you. Like, just because you can get married, they're like, oh, this is a huge barrier. Like, no, because all the people that don't want you to get married, they're still gonna not want you to get married. Me, I don't give a shit whether you get married or not. Getting married is a stupid idea to begin with. It's a religious ceremony that doesn't really make much sense. I just feel like I'm talking to myself here, Scott.
It's not the dumbest decision one can make, but anyway. So, getting married. Well done for getting the gay marriage. But there was a slew of all these Facebook photo changes, wasn't there?
Yeah, everyone was rainbowing their photographs. This was the big, trending massively. It's all trending massively. Now being gay is like, like Easter and Valentine's Day. It's gay day. Let's all change the colours of our profiles and, have a big thumbs up for, people liking to sleep with people of their own sex.
Yeah, you like bums and fannies. Well done. I like penises. I like fannies. I like bums. Yeah. I like mouths. I like big tits, little tits, medium tits. Great.
We can't have a day for all of this, can we?
No. Who gives a shit? A day for bum sex?
I don't think
fanny licking that can go on forever.
I don't think they have a day for black people where or Notting Hill Carnival, but I don't really think it's not really the same thing.
Well, no, being gay is being gay. It means that you like a certain thing. It means you like.
Yeah, so what?
People of the same sex.
People, yeah, but people like lots of different things. It doesn't mean they, have to have a whole day dedicated to the thing they like, where, and everyone else has to jump on the bandwagon. Why were people changing the colour of their profile when they're not gay? Does it mean that if there was a black day, that on Facebook everyone's profile picture they black up their faces, like
no,
Asian Day, and we all yellow up our faces?
That would be inappropriate.
I don't know. I just find it. I just find it peculiar that okay.
Yeah.
Hooray!
I didn't like it. I was like, I know that person isn't gay. Why are they doing it?
Yeah. Is everyone coming out now?
Show my support to my gay friends. And it's like, well, they already knew that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be your friend, right?
No, but it's because
you wouldn't be friends with someone who's like, fucking hate the gays. Hope they die painfully.
No, it's
but that one's all right.
It's like that joke. I think it was Hicks. I can't remember. Someone did a joke where it's like, oh, when you meet someone that's it might have been Stanley when they're Jewish or something. Yeah, and they're like every time they talk, they have to put but because I'm a Jew, obviously because I'm Jewish, I think differently to you.
Stanhope, yeah. oh, my Jewish heritage, blah blah blah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's because I'm Irish.
And and now it's like it's kind of, you're kind of putting that with like gay people, like but gay, or we put up with all this persecution and all this horrible, and you're talking to like a 20-year-old, and you're like, what are you talking about? What persecution have you put up with? Well, because someone didn't like you, because people don't like me, and I'm not gay. People just don't like each other.
Yeah, but I suppose,
and they'll find something about you.
I remember that the open mic, the first one where we both went, there was a gay guy did joke about how he had to get his nephew a birthday present, so automatically that meant it was going to be a better one than his straight brothers. And I remember hearing that, like thinking, and everyone laughed, and it was like, oh, what, just because he likes penis, he has better sensibilities than me?
Yeah. A man is a man, as far as I can tell.
I don't understand this.
Where he chooses, and wherever a man chooses to stick his penis, he's still a man. Like, and some people will stick it in anything, literally anything.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that gay.
Over the straight man that doesn't have an app.
Yeah, well,
that tells him who's after cock within 4 feet.
It's almost like you're saying that gay people, a gay person is different to a straight person. It's the most ridiculous idea ever. Like, no, we're people.
I think it's more, it shouldn't make a difference, but it does, and that's the scary thing. So big up gayness, but calm down, non-gays.
Well, it was funny because me and Scott were just checking, and there was actually an article on BBC talking about this, about people being upset with the flags.
Yeah, who were they?
They were the Russians, they were
and the Arabs.
And the KKK. So
we're in good company.
So apparently
we have different reasons. Let's make that clear as fucking. Yeah,
I'm just
crystal consomme.
I just I don't like it being shoved down my throat. Do you get it?
And some people don't like that, and we should have a parade.
Yeah.
We don't like it down our throats. Yeah. Stop trying to put things up our bums.
If someone tried to have an anti-gay pride rally, people would be like, look, you can't do that. So why are people allowed to have a pro-gay pride rally?
You can have an anti-gay rally.
No, they don't allow that.
Maybe
now.
You can't actually.
No, they don't allow that sort of stuff. It was because they brought in those terrorism laws, so people couldn't have all these extremist rallies where it might promote hate and stuff like that. You're not allowed to do it.
I think that's just silly. I think you should let mad people, instead of letting them stand on a beer crate, you should give them a platform and give them a microphone, and you should give them like an hour. You really should. And you should be like, go on then.
Yeah, say what you have to say, because it won't make any fucking sense to anyone.
We're all here.
Yeah,
we're listening.
You've
got an hour. Can't be fairer than that. Go. And then if at the end of that you're like, you're fucking mad, like you're crazy, then isn't that? Oh yeah, but who are the people in the crowd? I pick them.
No lynching.
No. Just disdain for mad dumb ideas. Anyway. So yeah, gay pride.
Oh, I didn't attend. Taylor Swift was there. Like, guys, like gay guys.
It's not something you should revel in.
Look, gay people, man, get some better fucking icons as well. Like, all your musicians are shit. Like, you used to have Freddie Mercury. Like, those days are gone. Like, Taylor Swift. Really, come on, man. You're doing yourself a dishonor here.
Most of the gay people I know as well don't.
She's not
care.
gay. She's not gay as well.
But it doesn't matter. But most of the gay people I know don't care that they're gay.
Exactly. My brother.
It's one of the first things they'll tell you, whether you want to know it or not.
Yeah.
So, fine.
My brother wasn't that pride, Got
a good StarCraft video on in 10 minutes. It's a good 3 hours.
It's like if you tried to hold a misanthrope parade, and no one would turn up.
What kind of fucking idiot would go to that?
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of person I don't want to hang around with.
No way.
I'm gonna have my 7th wank of the day.
Hello, Joy.
Sorry.
you just imagining your seventh wank there, or just thinking back to earlier?
A million Saturdays. Go on.
We're gonna talk about Lord Pedo, but I don't really know much about Lord Pedo.
Oh, Lord Janner.
So,
Lord Janner.
was he
one of those people caught up in the old, one of those people,
Savile.
sorry, microphone, caught up in the old, the old pedo rings.
So how old is this guy?
86.
86.
He's got dementia. And they were going to put him on trial, and then they were like, no, he's got dementia. It wouldn't be fair to subject this old man who's suffering from basically a terminal illness that stripped him of his dignity, his humanity, basically.
I
put him on the stand, and
I don't think he's a risk to children at the moment. I don't think you're taking them off the streets.
That's not the point.
Well, it kind of is, because to me, I can't understand why they're wasting millions and millions of pounds looking for all these cases from the 1970s and the 1960s. Shouldn't you be looking at cases going on right now, like actually preventing children being raped, as opposed to 30-year-old people complaining? Yeah. What are we going through the backlog now? So we're down to the 70s. So then next decade, we can cover the 80s, then the 90s, and
they finished the 7/7 file in about 2013. So they had to busy themselves with extra work.
Whereas in the meantime, there's
after this is JFK.
You just have to look. You just have to look at statistics that this stuff is still going on constantly, all the time, and you're going to worry about persecuting people that are dead. Well, yeah, we got Jimmy in the end,
but you didn't.
No, you didn't at all.
He got away with it.
Yeah, and all these other people.
No one even spit in his face on his deathbed.
And most of these other people are going to get away with it as well, because they're so old they're going to die soon. So there's no justice for that. They've lived their life.
Jimmy Savile died dreaming about stroking underage boys' testicles.
Yeah, with a big grin and a cigar in his mouth.
With a big grin.
They fell for it.
It's that. That's what they're like, we can't, no, we fucked up. That's why we got to cram it down everyone's neck to make sure we've atoned. What about Rotherham? We'll deal with Rotherham later. It's horrible. Like, the amount of degeneracy in the world, and people still believe there's some magical thing in the sky.
Yeah, that fundamentally all people are good.
We're all good.
We're all good. And we're all equal. And, everyone deserves... No way, man.
I guarantee if I got a car, at no point would I think, now I can drive around and bundle toddlers into the boot. But there are some people, highlight of the week.
Okay, say out of the whole population of the world...
Human beings.
Say out of the whole population of the world, all these billions of people... If someone said to you, okay, we're going to put you in like a situation with 99 random people chosen completely at random through the whole population, and you've got this, you've got to live within like an area with them, I'd be like, no fucking way. Who knows what kind of person would turn up? Like, I could get a rapist, a murderer, a psychopath. I could get,
It's like college all over again.
That's why people lock their doors, because...
Or high school.
There are some, all the nice people, they all just stay being nice, but all the fucking crazy, the amount of criminals on this planet, and the amount of people that think of nothing about killing someone else.
What, you mean the feral animals that act like animals, that might actually in fact be animals and not these divine creatures that were wrought from the iron of the gods? That's what it is. It's that fucking, bro, we're amazing, look, there's buildings.
Yeah, there's been buildings for a while.
Look how amazing humans are, and we're just born into that awe, and we think we're amazing. You've only got to go to school, man.
Moles, like, they make buildings.
Down the street.
They like dig through the floor and make themselves little caves and stuff like that. Like, make yourself an area. That's pretty primitive. Eat
young bears.
The only difference is we piss into a toilet. We don't piss in the corner of the room to mark our territory. But But we're all about territory. Like, if anyone gets in our personal space, like, we soon lose our shit. Right.
What we are big fucking retarded monkeys.
I always think about how easily I could be flicked as well. If something horrifically traumatic happened to me, how easily I could go from being well, relatively sane, to being completely mental. Like, because, you know, there are plenty of fucked up things that could happen to each of us.
Mm.
You know, you could just witness something that, you know, if you told someone, they'd be like, oh my god, like, even telling me is horrible. Like, imagine being there.
I kind of had one.
What was that?
A year and a half ago.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't think, alright, I'm going to go murder someone, or, you know.
No, but there were some shady times.
Did you think about killing yourself, even though this is very deep?
No, never.
Okay.
Although I worry that time I got the shit kicked out of me up the road. Remember that?
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried that my mouth didn't set that off. Like, I was asking for it.
Really?
Quite literally.
You wanted a kick in?
I don't know, maybe. There's a part of me that thinks that, and it's a big part. So I don't think I can completely...
I get a big sense of deja vu.
What? We talked about this before.
That this exact
probably
conversation has come up, and it's
probably
panned out the exact same way.
But, you know, that I have to think about that.
I get depressed enough that
That's a, you know...
Yeah, getting the shit kicked out of you. Some people just fucking shake it off though, man. They didn't, you know.
That's what I did.
Yeah, did you?
Well, that was the way to work and back. What can I do? Get all cowardly and take a different route? No, I got to walk through it and walk back again.
Oh yeah, the chance of you ever running into the same person again in London is, you know, very slim.
I don't know, around there. They look like little hood rats that came out.
Would you recognise them again?
No, I was hammered.
Yeah, of course. So.
I just remember getting kicked shit out. But I'm not trying to take this into a depressing place. I'm just...
That's the thing. It has a...
You know...
I really...
PTSD, man. Post-traumatic stress.
Like, isn't it like Fight Club? Didn't it feel, you know, getting into a fight?
I wasn't in a fight. I got chased down and bundled over and kicked in the head. I wasn't after a fight, and that's... I don't know. There was a couple of times where I got just so paralytic drunk, you know.
But this is what I warn people all the time, because it always, you know, if you're paralytic and you're walking around to a criminal, you know, because you're so drunk, there's no chance they're going to get caught.
Of course.
Even if the police did turn up, the description you give would just be gibberish.
It's like a bear grabbing a drunk salmon out of an ocean. Right, here we go.
Yeah.
Or
Piece of piss.
Yeah, I was absolutely shit hammered, but, you know. Don't worry, people. Overall, I dealt with that tragedy pretty well. These are only echoes of thoughts.
Yeah, it makes you stronger, I suppose. I think that's bullshit, that phrase, isn't it? It makes you stronger. Unless it, you know...
No, I think in certain ways, yeah, it does.
In some ways, like, so if, like, your arm, you know, like, you lost your arm, it only makes you stronger. It's like, well, no, it doesn't, because I've lost my arm. So.
No, that's a very specific, horrible thing that could happen to you. I'm talking about just, you know, general, you know, life things. Like you were talking about, these little things of life that happen. And then all of a sudden it's like, someone could go one way, they could go the other.
It's very easy for something to do that to me as well. Like
what, just in everyday life?
Yeah, just like a small pathetic thing. And then I'll be set off, and I'll, you know, at that point, I could, you know, I think it's the end of the fucking world. 5 minutes later, I've fucking forgotten about it.
I ain't told you about the thing I do. I count. Instead of getting pissed off about people, like, I get fucked with on the way to work and on the way home from work all the time. Just because...
Yeah, I couldn't do it. That's one of the reasons I do bar work.
Public transport and blah, 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 blah.
I couldn't deal Scott.
But I used to get really angry about it and focus on it and... What can I do? No, now what I do is I just call the person a dildo in my head, sometimes out loud, and I get on with my day. And I count it.
How do you find as you're getting older? Are you more prone to speak out, or are you less prone to speak out?
Much more prone.
Because you kind of realise that older people can get away with it a bit more.
I mutter sometimes.
Muttering's a bad sign, man. It's like madness.
I'm a misanthrope. I understand where my path is going. I'm gonna end up living in the fucking hermitage, surrounded by no people, and talking about how much I want to fuck Spanish chicks on a chat room. Go to Spain. I want to go to Spain. Fucking.
Order yourself a wife, a bride.
Bury her, can have one.
I like that post you did of the Amazon. It's a cover for your boot.
Why the fuck was that on my Facebook feed?
Well, I wonder.
That I go on my Facebook and that's the first thing I see. Hey, how about this boot cover? And I just looked at it. It was like, this is the most good fella shit I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly. What books have you been looking online, Scott? This might interest you.
People that look for balaclavas and gloves also liked boot covers.
Because you wonder about the murder rate. There must be a couple of murders every day that happen. Like a lot of murders every day. Imagine the amount. Yeah, it must be tons.
It's a city. There's millions of people.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
In the square footage we're talking about, millions.
Yeah.
They're like, cut the bullshit aside. It's fucking hormone-driven apes bounding around.
Can you imagine
taking intoxicants and?
You do wonder with so many people what could happen. Like, what could happen if everything, if there was like an attack, say like a nuke went off or something, and end of civilization with 9 million people all fighting each other. Like it's an idea for absolute
The thing came out last week. UK population 64 million. 64 million.
Yeah.
On this little island. There's
wonder where
300 million in North America. So we're nearly a third on this little strip.
Yeah, and we're like one of their states is probably bigger than us.
Most of their states are.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. But don't worry, Liam, we've got my little patch.
Yeah, exactly.
Right here.
Yeah, but then look, you look out the window and it's not like this, I'm sure if you go to somewhere like India and stuff like that, you got people, fucking just lying around in the streets and, there's probably no spaces, not uncovered. Like other countries like China with the amount of people, it's even more, like in the limited space.
By next summer, I guarantee I'm going to have a nice little table and chair set for outside.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It should be done, man. Get a barbecue as well.
I'm becoming an outdoor boy.
Yeah, and get a barbecue. You can have a barbie. It's always good having a barbie.
Maybe a hammock.
Did you say next summer? Why don't you just get one this summer?
Where's this money coming from?
Well, we can just take this table and these chairs outside.
That's so pikey, it's unreal.
Oh, come on, man. What? It has to be shitty plastic. Like, is that the rule? Like, you have to have shitty plastic chairs outside. That's a ridiculous rule.
Didn't tell you about my fucking... okay, so 2 summers ago, went on holiday with Nick and her folks and the family and everything. And there was a beach, so we bought those, they're like pull-apart chairs. Mm-hmm. The metal
Deck
ones.
chairs. Oh, no, the metal ones.
The metal ones with the fabric, and it's got like the hole for the beer in the armchair.
Yeah.
Great chair. That was my chair outside. And then it was the week I was off work with my stiff neck.
Oh, is it when it got nicked?
No, it didn't get nicked, but it just been out and perished. But I had no idea, so I opened it and sat on it and fell through it. With my frozen neck as well. So I was literally outside, oh god, with my fucking, I was looking at my knees.
Yeah.
Why are my knees in my face?
I've got a friend who will always let me pretend I'm better than what I am. Some kind of old personal scam. And we got a bond based on a fiction that goes beyond anything I felt before. There's nothing really else to care for. I change personality when we're together. Now it's clear you make me forget about my problems and all my fears. Oh, I've got a call him Mr. Faithful.